Kaley Cuoco has long been a familiar and beloved presence in entertainment, known for her warmth, comedic timing, and unmistakable charisma. From sitcom success to red carpet standout, she has built a career that feels both impressive and refreshingly authentic. Recently, Kaley stepped into the spotlight once again, not because of controversy or headlines, but because of a fashion moment that perfectly reflected who she is today. The photos circulating online captured more than an outfit. They captured confidence, growth, and a woman fully comfortable in her own skin. Whether appearing at a high-profile event or featured in a refined editorial setting, Kaley looked poised, radiant, and self-assured. Her presence reminded fans why she remained such a magnetic figure. She wasn't trying to impress. She was simply showing up as herself. That authenticity is what continues to resonate. Kaley's ability to balance star power with relatability makes her moments like these feel inspiring rather than distant, and that connection is a big part of why audiences continue to root for her. A fashion moment that spoke volumes. Kaley Cuoco's recent fashion appearance quickly became a talking point, not because it was shocking, but because it was intentional and confident. The outfit itself featured a sleek, form-fitting design that highlighted elegance rather than excess. Clean lines, thoughtful tailoring, and a bold silhouette worked together to create a look that felt modern and powerful. What truly stood out, however, was how naturally Kaley carried herself. She didn't appear stiff or overly styled. Instead, she looked comfortable, relaxed, and entirely at ease. Fashion experts and fans alike noted that the look felt like a reflection of her personal evolution. This wasn't about following trends or meeting expectations. It was about expression. Kaley's style choice showed that fashion can be both bold and tasteful at the same time. It was a reminder that great style doesn't demand attention. It earns it through confidence and authenticity. In that moment, Kaley wasn't just wearing an outfit. She was telling a story. Confidence that comes from within. What made this moment especially powerful was the confidence Kaley Cuoco radiated. Confidence isn't something that can be styled or scripted. It comes from experience, self-acceptance, and growth. Over the years, Kaley has spoken openly about learning to trust herself and listen to her own instincts. That journey was evident in how she carried herself during this appearance. There was no sense of hesitation or self-consciousness, only calm assurance. This kind of confidence resonates deeply because it feels real. Fans recognized it immediately, responding not just to the look but to the energy behind it. Kaley's confidence didn't feel performative or forced. It felt lived in and earned. She stood comfortably in her moment, aware of her presence, but not consumed by it. That balance is rare and refreshing. Her example reminds audiences that confidence isn't about perfection or approval. It's about knowing who you are and standing firmly in that truth, no matter where you are or who is watching. From sitcom favorite to style authority, many fans first met Kaley Cuoco through her comedic roles, where her natural humor and relatability made her instantly lovable. Over time, she has expanded far beyond those early impressions, evolving into a performer and public figure with remarkable range. Her style evolution mirrors that growth. Where her early public appearances leaned toward playful and casual, her current fashion choices reflect maturity, confidence, and self-knowledge. This recent look was a clear example of that progression. It carried sophistication without losing warmth, elegance without losing approachability. Kaley hasn't abandoned the qualities that made audiences love her. She simply layered them with experience. That evolution feels organic rather than calculated, which is why it resonates. She represents a version of growth that doesn't require reinvention, only refinement. Fans watching her journey see someone who continues to learn, adapt, and expand while staying grounded in her personality. That combination makes her style moments feel meaningful rather than fleeting. Social media's warm and supportive response. When the photos began circulating online, the reaction was immediate and overwhelmingly positive. Fans praised Kaley Cuoco for her glow, her confidence, and the ease with which she carried the look. Comments focused less on the outfit itself and more on how comfortable and happy she appeared. Many noted that she seemed genuinely at peace, which made the images even more impactful. Rather than fueling gossip or speculation, the conversation centered on admiration and encouragement. This kind of response reflects a shift in how audiences engage with public figures. People are increasingly drawn to authenticity over spectacle, and Kaley's appearance delivered exactly that. Her fans didn't just see a stylish moment, they saw a woman thriving. The supportive tone of the discussion highlighted how much goodwill she has built over the years. Kaley's relationship with her audience is rooted in trust and relatability, and moments like this reinforce that bond in a meaningful way. Style as an extension of identity. Kaley Cuoco's fashion choices have increasingly become an extension of her identity rather than a performance for attention. This recent look reflected that philosophy perfectly. The design, fit, and presentation all aligned with who she is now, confident, accomplished, and self-aware. She didn't rely on excess or exaggeration to make an impression. Instead, the strength of the look came from intention. Every element felt deliberate, from the silhouette to the styling. This approach to fashion sends an important message. Clothing can be expressive without being overwhelming. Kaley's look showed that personal style works best when it aligns with one's values and comfort. She wasn't trying to redefine herself for others. She was affirming herself. That clarity makes her fashion moments feel empowering rather than performative. It encourages fans to think differently about style, not as something to impress others, but as a way to reflect who you are at your core. Red carpet presence. Without pretense. One of Kaley Cuoco's most admirable qualities is her ability to command attention without seeming distant or unapproachable. Even in high-profile settings, she maintains a sense of warmth that draws people in. This recent fashion moment was no exception. While the look itself was refined and striking, her demeanor remained relaxed and genuine. She didn't appear overly rehearsed or guarded. Instead, she looked like someone enjoying the moment, aware of the spotlight but not overwhelmed by it. That balance is what sets her apart. Kaley understands the space she occupies but doesn't let it define her. Her red carpet presence feels less like a performance and more like an extension of her everyday confidence. This authenticity makes her style moments feel accessible rather than intimidating. Fans don't just admire her, they feel connected to her. That connection is what gives her appearances lasting impact beyond the event itself. Fashion, without apology or explanation. What made this moment especially refreshing was the absence of justification. Kaley Cuoco didn't frame her appearance as a statement or explain it away. She simply showed up, confident in her choice. That quiet assurance speaks volumes. In an industry where women are often expected to explain or defend their appearance, Kaley's ease felt empowering. She didn't seek validation, nor did she shy away from attention. She allowed the moment to exist on its own terms. This approach reflects a broader shift towards self-defined confidence. Kaley's appearance showed that style doesn't need permission or context. It only needs authenticity. By standing comfortably in her choice, she modeled a form of self-expression rooted in trust rather than approval. That message resonates far beyond fashion. It reminds audiences that confidence doesn't require explanation. Sometimes, the most powerful statement is simply being at ease with yourself. A career built on versatility and strength, Kaley Cuoco's longevity in entertainment is no accident. She has consistently evolved, taking on new roles, exploring different creative avenues, and expanding her range. That same versatility shows up in her public presence. This fashion moment didn't feel disconnected from her career. It felt aligned with it. Just as she has grown as an actor and producer, her style has matured alongside her. There is a sense of intention behind her choices, both professionally and personally. Kaley has proven that success doesn't mean staying the same. It means staying curious and open. Her ability to balance humor, seriousness, ambition, and warmth makes her compelling to watch, both on and off screen. This recent appearance reinforced that narrative. It showed a woman comfortable with her evolution, confident in her accomplishments, and excited about what's next. That sense of forward momentum is what keeps her relevant and respected. Why? This moment resonated. This fashion moment resonated not because it was loud, but because it was honest. Kaley Cuoco didn't rely on spectacle to make an impression. She relied on presence. In a media landscape filled with exaggeration, that restraint felt refreshing. Audiences responded to the authenticity they saw, reflected back at them. The look wasn't about chasing trends or reclaiming attention. It was about self-expression. Kaley's comfort and confidence made the moment feel genuine, and that genuineness is what people connected with most. It reminded fans that style doesn't need to shout to be seen. Sometimes, quiet confidence leaves the strongest impression. This moment stood out because it felt grounded. It reflected a woman who knows herself, trusts her instincts, and enjoys the space she occupies. That kind of resonance isn't fleeting. It stays with people long after the photos fade from the timeline. Confidence as the true highlight. If there was one defining element of this moment, it was confidence. Not dramatic confidence, not performative confidence, but steady, self-assured confidence. Kaley Cuoco didn't need to announce it. It was evident in her posture, her expression, and her ease. That confidence elevated everything else. The outfit, the setting, the attention, all of it worked because she was comfortable within herself. This kind of confidence is aspirational because it feels attainable. It doesn't rely on perfection or comparison. It comes from knowing your worth and honoring it. Kaley's example encourages others to approach their own lives with the same self-trust. Her presence reminded audiences that confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about being real. That message is powerful, especially in moments that draw public attention. By leading with authenticity, Kaley transformed a fashion appearance into something far more meaningful. A lasting impression of empowerment. Ultimately, this moment wasn't just about fashion. It was about empowerment. Kaley Cuoco showed what it looks like to stand comfortably in your success, your growth, and your individuality. She didn't seek approval or explanation. She simply existed in her moment with confidence and grace. That image stayed with people because it felt honest. It reflected a woman who knows her value and isn't afraid to shine quietly. Kaley's appearance reminded audiences that empowerment doesn't always come with grand gestures. Sometimes it comes from ease, from self-acceptance, from showing up as yourself without apology. That's what made this moment memorable. It wasn't about revealing something new. It was about affirming something already known. Kaley Cuoco is confident, capable, and comfortable in her own skin. And that, more than any outfit or spotlight, is what truly stood out.